somebody will ask about exporting things to Excel from MetaTrader. This script here will do it for you. I'll show you how to do it and show you how to edit it and doctor a few things up in Excel too, possibly. What you want to do first is, let me see here, Control E. Nope, won't do it. I noticed the hotkeys don't work for some reason when you're making a video now. Okay, this. Let's click OK. And what that did was, here's the code right here. That's what I just clicked on. It's a script. It goes into scripts. How many bars you want to look at? I just looked at 200. And you might need, it's a little bit more involved than some things. So there's some terms that you kind of need to know. And I'm probably not the person to be explaining terms when it comes to Excel. But this is the thing. I'll post it on enivids site, earnforex.com, somewhere. If you want to change the name, I have JPY, and you'll see why in a minute, because I've been looking at the JPY pairs. You could change this to anything. You could change this to USD, or you could change it to Tuesday or whatever, and it keeps your file from rewriting itself or something. And in a symbol and in a period, it really needs to be like that. And all this is doing is just for N and I. If you've watched the other videos, you know what that's about. As long as I is less than the bars, -1, I plus plus. And it's saying, do the data deal right here. And here is, in Excel, you probably know about Excel. Let's see here. Well, I guess we don't see it that way, are we? Okay, guess I did something wrong. Bad example. There we go, better example. Probably have too many of them open up. Up here, this is the heading, or they call it the header, but it just tells you, like, here's the ALMA. This is all the ALMAs. I'll explain this better. Here's the DEMA, TEMA. This is just moving averages. Let's get back to this other thing. But that's what this header is. It's just the names above the columns, closed, ALMA, DEMA. So if you wanted to put something else there, if you wanted to put RSI, this is where you would do it. This would be the first one. And Excel is known as comma segregated volume, I think. So here's your text, and there's a comma that segregates it from the next volume, or whatever's there, ALMA. And the next volume would be DEMA, comma, segregating it from the next one. And I might be terming that wrong. That's how I see it, and I'm probably not the right person to do that. Void data. If you've ever seen some of the indicators I've written before, I use data as the function most of the time. I might put it in an array or whatever, but it's just something handy for me. Double close is just the close. And you can see it's looking back. That code up there for N and I, it's less than bars, I plus plus. It's just stepping through every one. So the first one it looks at is I0, the next one is I1, and so on. This is the close to the close. So in other words, it's telling you how much change from last close to now. Up is telling you how much the pair moved above its open, high minus open. Down is telling you how much the pair moved below its open. I'm open minus low. And these are the indicators you saw over there, ALMA, and all it's saying is if ALMA for this bar is greater than ALMA for this bar plus 1, in other words last bar, then it's true. ALMA is true. DEMA, same thing. If this bar is greater than last bar, bar plus 1, it's true. And so all those are just true and false, different types of moving averages. And here is where it puts it in, it puts this information weighted, it puts this information in the columns. And I have a spare here, that's just so I don't have to type that out. Then it totals them up, and the total is every single one of them. So if they were all true, it'd be maybe 14 or however many there is. If none of them are true, in other words, every single moving average was going down, it would be 0 if none of them were true. If 7 were going down and 7 were going up, it'd be 7 or something. I had to sit there and think about it. Let's see. And let's see, that's it. That's all it is. Not much to it, is it? Okay, so okay, I gotta compile this. Once you put it on a chart, you can go to right here, your pairs, and let's see, the last one I just did, USD CAD. You can open it up here, right here, USD CAD. You can open it up right here, but it's not going to look right. It's going to look like this. See how they're not really like you really want them to be? I don't think it's how you want them to be anyway. They're not lined up, and I don't know if there is a way that you can line them up. But this is just how I look at it to make sure everything is plotting out. The way I really look at it is right here, a right click, open folder, and it's going to open the folder that they're in. Here it is, and it's going to highlight the one that we right clicked on. So then you can double click on it, and it will pull them up like this. And so here you go. ALMA must have been going up on the CAD. DEMA was going down, TEMA was going down, TRIX down, all like that. So you can see every single indicator for last bar, the ones we had in there anyway. And this is the direction it was going, the prior bar, and so forth and so forth. 16 bars ago, the ALMA was going down. It's a 0. Matter of fact, 16 bars ago, it looks like every one was going down. They were. Look at that. Well, they were all going down for quite a few bars. Total is where it totals them all up. There are none going up, so it's a 0. Close minus close. In this particular time here, it was a minus 95 pips. In other words, it fell down from the close to the close. It fell 50 pips. From the open to, and there's a reason for this, from the open to the high was 6 pips. From the open to the low was 96 pips. So in other words, it fell way more than it rose. And here's the close of each one. Is there anything else? Nope, that's it. Okay, the reason for this, like I said, even if, well, I'll tell you what, let me go to, better explain it. What I do is I color code them immensely. Let's look at this one. What is this? Euro JPY. Okay, here, and this must be Friday maybe, I'm not sure. 6-9 or 6-10 or something like 6-9, I guess, 2017. All of them were going down. Total is 0. So every single moving average was going down on Friday of these that I have listed here. down on Friday. From the open, it actually went up 50 pips. From the open, it actually went down 50 pips. So if you look at that, and this particular one here, I don't have closed, mine is closed too. So if you look at that, even though every single moving average was going down, and you was thinking, oh man, this is terrible, you still could have bought and made 50 pips or thereabouts. You could have sold and made 53 or thereabouts. But just because they're all going down does not mean the market doesn't go up during that day. Now, right here, it only went up just short of 9 pips. Went down 136. But you could see that on almost any given day, it will go up a considerable amount, and it'll go down some amount. Now here, it only went down 0.4 of a pip. So you might as well say it didn't go down at any. And the reason I say that's important is because there was a time where I wrote an expert advisor. It's going to sound silly, but it was important to me. It bought and sold every single pair on the exact same tick. Exact same time. It bought and sold both. So in other words, if you want to think about it as hedging, you can call it hedging. My thought was that you could get it to where you could make these and make those every single day. Now you just had to figure out how much. And so maybe you'd say you just want to make 10. You had 10 pip profit target each way. It didn't work out. Long story short, it didn't work out. But that's why that's there, because I was looking and trying to figure out if there was a way that I could just arbitrarily buy and sell every single solitary pair, every single solitary day at the exact same time, and if it would work. It didn't. Okay, so what you can do now is, okay, so we got these color-coded. And during this particular time right here, 20-something bars ago, all the moving averages are going up. Do you really want to be selling? Really? I mean, you could have made something. 2.3, 5.2, 5.55, 146. You could have made something. But wouldn't it be easier to be buying? Seems like it would to me. And that's what, in this area here, look at there, all zeros. Every single one is going down. Do you really want to be buying? Now you could see you could have made some money. 37 pips, 35, 37, 37. But wouldn't it be easier, maybe safer, to be selling? Seems to me it would. I'm not saying it would, but it seems to me. Here's a very short stretch, which you would have probably lost because it's only, what, maybe 10 days. It possibly would have been better to be buying. You could have sold and made some, but it might have been easier to be buying. So let's take this one step further, because I like pushing things to their limits. Is this it? Oh. Probably never find it. I don't see it. I'll look at it a different way. This is the same thing. Color codes. If they're below, I don't remember if that other one's color coded. If it's below 8, it's red. If it's above 8, it's green. The closed pips, if it's positive, it's green. If it's negative, it's red. This is your up pips. This is your down pips from 0. Okay, now let's go back to files. Let's see here. All pairs reduced. When you, heck, you know what, I probably even had the thing pulled up. You can save that as a web page, what you're looking at here, and it's a little easier to if you put every single pair. So in other words, this right here was probably the Euro JPY. This was probably USD JPY. NZD, I know this was NZD JPY. And so on and so on and so on. So you put them all in one gigantic spreadsheet. But what happens is when you do that, you have to slide over. And it's a pain. You have to keep sliding up over. And I don't think there's any way that you can reduce it to where you can kind of back out and see it in huge scale. Now if I can only find where I was. Okay, here it is reduced. Is it? Yeah, here it is reduced down to where every single JPY pair, every single bar, like that, the top one is now, today. Remember how all the JPYs were red? This is another pair. I don't remember what pair that is, but I know this is NZD JPY. I know these are. When you save it as a web page, HTML, you can scroll, you can see them all at one time. My reason for doing that is to look, do you really want to be buying in this particular area when almost everyone is going down? Kind of not. Here, do you really want to be selling? You could probably make some money, but wouldn't it be better to be buying? Here, oh, this, you're just rolling dice here. You know, there's not much you can work with, and if there's not much to work with, you move to something else. Here, look at this gigantic stretch. It's probably 3 weeks here. Everything was going up, so that means the JPY was weak. Seems to me it'd be easier to be buying here, and you could do this with any indicator and any pair course through exporting to Excel, and then you colorize the cells and everything in any manner you want. This is that same Excel sheet that was colorized that I saved to HTML, hypertext markup web page, and you can scroll through there and you can see, and maybe at this period of time on the Euro JPY when everything is zeros, you might be interested in selling. Might not be. Let's look at the code real quick. Yeah, we already looked at the code, didn't we? Yeah, we already looked at the code. Okay, well, we're done here. If I'm not done here, I'll do it again.